welcome to the show. Tonbridge Juddians versus Blackheath and a massive Nat 2 North clash between Sedgley Park and Fylde to come, but we start in Bristol with two National 2 South sides looking to get back into form. Clifton made an incredible start to their campaign, but a hammering against Red Roof has brought them crashing down to earth, while Old Albanian's own strong start has abandoned them, being on the wrong end of 1 point games in the last two. Joining me on commentary in Gloucestershire RFU chair, Simon Collyer-Bristow.
Thompson getting into Napier. He's going a long way here, 1 metre away I'd say. Over the top it goes, and Old Albanian through their stalwart Morgan Thompson are ahead at Station Road. Well, Cam King finding himself offside. He'll take that free ball, he looks to go away and looking for a free run, which came from Burley. And now Old Albanian with options. Lound running from deep, has Sage inside, as there's some Stileman, comes to Sage. He'll have an option in Thompson. Thompson looking for two, but a wonderful hand. And Old Albanian with a wonderful move to score their second try. The ball was like a blur.
Countless passes inside and back out. This is going to be looking like a tough day for the home side if Albanians continue to play in this vein.
Lloyd. Allows a gap through the Old Albanian defence, has support from his half-back partner to Ensa. He's on his own a bit though, has to weave a way through. Going around the outside, he's got the support now from Hamid, and he's going to go all the way through for a wonderful score.
Great score from Clifton there, the initial break from Lloyd. He had support from his half-back partner, who was then slightly stranded, weaved his way around until he could find the support of his outside backs. As we suspected, this is an open game of rugby here, and I can only anticipate there'll be tries galore.
Come short. That's going into Brody. Ball gets set up. They were very close to finding the try in their last line out. But Old Albanian set piece standing strong at the moment. Got Gibbons trying to move them on. But there is forward motion. Still going. That try line getting ever closer. And now they move around, Verley getting them through. They go down, and the referee's hand goes up, and that means only one thing. Clifton, they are level, 12-all. Picking it out, going himself. He's got the support from Thompson. Tries to go round, lovely pass, and that goes into the number 7. Has he got it down? Yes, he has. Well, Old Albanians from the restart, piling on the pressure on Clifton, and Chris West, the captain, leads from the front for that third try.
Relatively easy score there for Albanians. Clifton will be disappointed with their defence, and Clifton will be very keen to get back into this before half-time.
Very quickly taken. Gibbons into the scrum half. Harrison with the run into the fly half. There's our number 11's Brendan Halpin. What a run from him, and that is massive for Clifton. Well, once again, it's another sumptuous move. Well, that deflected by Morgan Thompson. On the volley, off the post. Goodness, are we on the right pitch for this sort of stuff?
It's all happening here at Clifton.
And it's a wonderful drive though, but that first try to put them ahead will go to the home side. Blistering pace from the set piece, catching Old Albanian out.
Good play from Clifton there. They split that line out, they caught it. One side split backwards and the Albanians' defence went with it. But the
King.
ball...
Leg taken away from it, still going Watt with the space though. He's got the support, but he won't need it. The number 12 will get his second of the afternoon. What a response from the visitors. Anything you can do, we can do too.
Clifton midfield opened up, and that was just like a knife through butter. Centre ran through, unchallenged.
That's Harris. And the penalty to Clifton, exactly as you said, Simon. They left themselves exposed. The turnover won by Max Woodward. Strong rugby stock. And it runs through the family in those pressure moments. Jack Lloyd putting Clifton ahead without Sage. Had Watt, his centre partner, but it's cleared out by King. Over the top it goes. Brody Minkovic. He's got support from Watt! And what has just happened? Wow. One end to the other, blistering, brilliant, dramatic rugby from Old Albanian. It takes us to 32-31, a conversion to come. Their kicking hasn't quite been with them in this second half, but this is
Hasn't, but
changed. This is Morgan Thompson, the man who scored the first try of the day. The stalwart, the legend of Old Albanian, is looking for that what could be the winning touch. It puts Old Albanian ahead. Could you ask for more in a game? So 9 tries in a thrilling contest.
And obviously Dan Watt had been kicking throughout the game. What gave you the opportunity?
So the opportunity with that was just the fact that he said he wasn't kicking very well. He missed a couple of kicks and he just decided to give me the ball. Obviously I'm stone cold, so I'll just knock it over. 100% record. Yeah.
33-32 win. What does that mean?
It's a turning point. The last couple of games we've lost the last play of the game, and that's all it was. Last week was just a mindset issue. The week before we went all the way down to Red Ruth in the sort of really wet conditions and really fronted up and just lost when we should have won. A lot of teams write us off because we're quite small, and these small losses where teams are winning last minute, and today just shows with the grit and the determination of the team that we can actually play really good sort of attacking rugby as well.
From west to east, let's head to Tonbridge Juddians as they hosted Blackheath in Nationl 1.
A new third-tier derby was played out at the Slade as these Kent sides met for the first time. And it was the home side, the promoted side, who had the better first half, Matt Walsh opening the scoring after 4 minutes, before Murray Galbraith Lowe kicked his way through Blackheath's defence for a 15-3 half-time lead. James Shanahan's half-time team talk worked though, as Jake Lloyd's score helped the visitors go level. A tug of war then ensued. Tom White kicked for Tonbridge. Lloyd scored for Blackheath. White kicked again. It looked to be TJ's day, but this big decision gave Sam Evans a clear shot.
Let's head north now, as Sedgley Park were looking to maintain their unbeaten start against Fylde.
Fylde started off really well in the first 5-10 minutes. Sedgley giving away a few penalties, but then Sedgley got into the full swing of things, playing some really exciting rugby. Both very mobile packs and wanted to play, but Fylde just struggled to get into their sort of momentum, get into their swing of things. So they dominated the first half, and then Sedgley came out really strong in the second half as well. But then Fylde decided to start playing, getting it to Tom Carlton, getting it to the backs and playing some really exciting rugby, which made the second half really entertaining. Both teams are going to be up there this year. It just depends how they all get on, you know, when the wet weather comes and you have to go a bit more of a forward dominated game, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on. It was 37-22. Again, a really exciting game of rugby and 2 really good teams.
Here's the rest of the Nationl 1 action as cheers were heard at Brickfields.
Plymouth Albion have cracked their first win of the season in dominant style. Tom Putz's 24 points the difference in the southwest. Adam Boulding's Birmingham Moseley have now lost 2 on the bounce, but Tom Benjamin gave them faint glimmers of a comeback. 2 informed sides met at Volac Park, which Cambridge looks set to take as Matt Hemmer marked his 100th appearance with the 3rd try. But Coldy's impressive return to Nat 1 would continue as Nick Royal ran in with 2 minutes to go as Ben Jones confirmed another draw. Looking up the table, Rams had a battle against Bishop Stortford on their hands when Chris Smith scored in minute 1. Robert Stapley led from the front for the visitors though, to edge out the hosts by 2 points in a thrilling encounter. Rosslyn Park targeted Sales Pack in front of the crowd at the Rock, leading to Austin Hay bundling over. Jonathan Keep's side made sure a losing bonus was taken from South West London when Fergus Mulcrone scored the only try in an edgy second half. At the very top, Cinderford were given a shock in the opening 5 minutes by Leeds Tykes as Charlie Morgan helped make it 12-0 in Gloucestershire. But the Stags quickly got going to score 7 unanswered tries, Mike Wilcox running in the 3rd. And more Darlington Moden Park drama at Chinner, who were 7 points ahead when Luke Carter scored after the break. Then club stalwart Warren Seals stepped up when a penalty was won in the 78th minute, edging the hosts out and securing consecutive wins. 42 tries were scored in Nationl 1 across the country, plenty for fans to enjoy. Taunton Titans had a rest week. There's no change in the top 7. While Cambridge have worked their way up, Fylde are the only National League rugby team without a bonus point. Plymouth's win takes them off the bottom.
It's the rest of the Nat 2 North action, and it went down to the wire at Avery Fields.
We start at the Avenue, where Wharfdale's Bradley Viner drove through Hull Ionians to open the scoring. The visitors, making the trip across the Yorkshire Dales, sparked into life after the restart when Josh Thundercliffe scored. But it came down to a kicking game in the final quarter, which Ionians thought they won before Tom Davidson made sure it ended all square. Sedgley Park's form continues to be mirrored by Rotherham Titans, matching their points against Luctonians to lead throughout as Callum Buston secured a bonus. The Herefordshire side did make Martin Jenkinson's boys work for the victory, Connor Danen putting them close to a scoring bonus here. Fellow strugglers Harrogate did manage to achieve this as Declan Thompson opened the scoring for the promoted team. But Stourbridge were just too good, Dan Rundle weaving through brilliantly for the third of 8 tries at Rudding Lane. Hull are now on a run of 5 games unbeaten after their trip to Huddersfield, forwards Tipiloma Kivalu and Michael Joblin working well here. There was one shining moment for the hosts as Tom Parkin's deft touch found Arthur Wilkinson in the closing stages. Loughborough students put their skills on show against Chester for victory. Sam O'Leary played on the scoreboard again with this very slick move. There was a bonus point for the losing side as Harry Wilkinson found the line with 15 minutes to go. And round 7's thriller came from the promoted sides as debutant Ewan Stevens made sure Blaydon were only 5 points behind Bourneville at the break. The Chocos captain Mitch McGahan appeared to be putting the hosts on the road to victory with his close-range try. But it came down to the boot, Stevens slotting with 6 minutes left, but Mitch McGahan missed right at the death. Tyndale's clash with Sheffield Tigers was postponed due to COVID concerns, rescheduled for November the 6th. To read about all the weekend's actions, read the rugby paper. Round 7 is a good weekend for Stourbridge and Loughborough students who climb, while Bourneville and Fylde drop down by 1 place. Blaydon's win sends Luctonians down, but they have 2 games in hand.
And let's finish off with the rest of Nat 2 South, where the league leaders have been keeping up the pace.
Starting in Essex, Westcliffe's woes continued as they conceded 5 tries in 1 half before Dean Bonds broke away here. With a half a century of points against the home side, there was a saving grace when Seiji Ajabi powered over late on, their 13th try of the season. Down the M25, leaders Worthing put on their own half century up against Barnstaple, Cam Dobinson opening in stunning style. Bryn Jenkins' side had strong moments too, hitting the whitewash 3 times, including Dan Lee's well-worked finish. Best first half of the day goes to Bury St Edmunds, Cameron Greenhill making sure it was 49-6 at the break. A saving grace for the visitors came from Paul Odell, scoring late on for 2 tries in 2 games. Rochford 100 have found the winning formula. Sam Caper at the centre once again to find George Griffiths with this kick. 2 more tries followed, and while Dylan Powers' late Dings Crusaders tries left fans sweating, it's back-to-back wins for the Essex side. The drama starts on the island, where Cale Cookland was driven over to put Henley Hawks 10-0 up against Guernsey. But an inspired second half saw Tom Sealam grab a brace and this line-out win a penalty, which Daniel Rice slotted in the 80th minute. At the Marine Travel Ground, Jack Sterland's 73rd minute try appeared to put Leicester Lions on the road to victory over Canterbury. But the crowd were treated to drama worthy of the old Vic as Frankie Reynolds crossed in the last minute Look at those celebrations. And a late Simbin put Hinckley through for Rory Vowles to score the 9th try of the day for a 6-point lead. Esher never gave up, though, as Tom James burrowed his way through, setting up Sam Morley for the vital kick and a wild party. 3 of the round 7 games separated by 1 point. 16 tries in the last 10 minutes, certainly a nerve jangler. There's a reshuffle in the top half. It's Esher and Old Albanian's narrow wins sending them up, and Bury St Edmunds join the pack. Barnes dropped down by 2 places, while there is no change in the bottom 3.
And before we go, here's some things you may have missed from round 7.
Sam Morley's winning conversion for Esher sparked another wild celebration. I think it's time for a competition. How many players can your team get into one celebration? And we may have found our favourite National League Rugby mascot at Guernsey. Here's Rocky the Raider cheering the boys on ahead of their win against Henley Hawks. If there's anything you think we've missed, tag us on Twitter, Facebook or Instagram, and for the latest National League Rugby news, make sure you head to ncarugby.com.
A beautiful day in Bristol ends in ABCD. Albanian beat Clifton dramatically. See you next week.